Good morning. Welcome to class this morning. Coming to the centre of your mat. We'll take a minute or so in mountain pose, just to switch off the mind, bring yourself present to the here and now. So feet together, if that's uncomfortable, slightly apart is fine. You can lift the toes, spread them, bring them back down. Just notice how you're distributing the weight over your feet, try and keep that nice and equal. Draw up on the inner and the outer thighs. Just slightly relax the tailbone by drawing the belly button back to spine, lifting to pelvic floor. Roll the shoulders up and back a couple of times, just lose any tension. Have your arms down by the side, your gaze ahead. Either eyes closed or open, your choice. And take 5 slow, deep breaths here. Just taking this time to ground yourself. Maybe setting attention to how you want to feel at the end of your practice. And just do a quick body scan. Notice if you've got any injuries, anything going on. Back to our stillness, our mountain pose. Always listening to your body. If you alter any needs, just have a rest when you need. Have a great class. Pranayama breathing, great for our lungs and our respiratory system. Interlock fingers under the chin. Keep that connection knuckles to chin. The elbows touch, great, if not as close as possible. Remember, throughout the breathing, the spine is straight, the belly is in, and the chest. Let's go. Inhale through nose, elbows high. Exhale through nose, elbows down. Inhale through nose, elbows up. Exhale, mouth. Push your head back, bring your elbows away from your chest to touch. Inhale, nose up. Exhale, nose down. Inhale, nose up. Exhale, mouth. Arms parallel to the floor, elbows touch. Look back. Inhale up. Exhale down the arms. Inhale up. Exhale, bring your arms parallel to the floor as elbows touch. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, head back, elbows squeeze. So you can move at your pace. So you may go quicker than I do. You may go slower, what works for you. But throughout, keep grounding down to the feet. Keep your legs squeezed together. Keep your belly in and back towards the spine. It's just your arms and head that moves. There's no backward bending, there's no swaying. Keep the shoulders relaxed, you want to lose any tension. Three more rounds, we start to warm the body up and wake our body up. Flooding it with oxygen. And arms down by your sides, so maybe you're feeling at the shoulders. Ready for half moon with hands to feet. Chandrasana or Purnasana. This posture, we do 3 of these. The first set, diagnostic, see how you feel. Second, third, second, moving deeper. Feet together as close as possible, hands to chest center. Look ahead, take breath. Inhale, stick the arms out and up, looking up, and bring the gaze forward. So you either have the palms together or a pistol grip. Relax shoulders, squeeze legs together, belly in. Inhale to lift tall. Then exhale, come down right, pushing the Inhale to lift up. Exhale to push hips over. 2. Keep the gaze straight ahead. And try not to rest your head on your arm. One more breath. Come all the way down as you empty your lungs. Then inhale back to center. Belly in, shoulders relaxed. Another inhale to lift up tall. Then exhale, come down, left hips right, giving a stretch now down the right side, but taking care not to collapse into the left side. So there's no collapsing into the waist. Squeeze the palms together, straighten the arms as much as you can, rock the weight of the heels, the legs squeeze together. 3 breaths here. Inhale to lift up and over, and exhale to push your hips away. 2. Calm breathing through your nose. One more breath, squeeze legs, push hips, come down. Then inhale back to center. Ready for our first back bend. If you have any lower back problems, support your lower back with your hands. Otherwise, lift the fingertips up, trace a line across the ceiling, and everyone let your head go, wherever your arms are. Squeeze the legs together, push your hips forward and breathe. Keep the weight in the heels. 3 breaths, inhale to lift up, exhale to push hips. 2, you'll open the whole front side of your body. One more breath to come all the way back. Then inhale back to center for our forward fold. Any back problems, bend the knees, walk your hands down your legs. If your back is okay, you can still bend the knees and lengthen down. Hands to the ground, you have a wiggle here, loosening off the lower back. And then grab underneath the heels, the backs of the ankles or palms flat on the backs of the legs. Whatever grip you choose, connect the body and legs, there's no gap there. Stomach to thighs and chest to knees. Let your head be heavy so you're looking between the calves. Relax your shoulders down the back and breathe. 3 breaths. As you exhale, relax into the posture. 2. For the stretch, your legs, your hips, your spine. One more breath here. Then turn back, release the grip. Either walk the hands back up your legs or lengthen arms and knees together, coming all the way back up. Stretch up at the top. Then arms out wide, back down. Hands to chest center. Take a breath here. So you've got a good idea how your body is this morning. Second set. Go deeper if you're ready for that. Otherwise, just as you are. Inhale, sweep the arms up, gaze up, and bring the gaze back forward. Squeeze the belly in, squeeze the legs together. Inhale to lift tall, then exhale, come down, right hips left. So work on the alignment, second set. You want to square your hips and shoulders on top of the mat. So if you need to, bring your left hip forward and your right shoulder forward. Then start to work the arms a little further back as you straighten them even more. 3 breaths, use your inhale to lift, and the exhale to push the hips further over. 2, creating a lovely half moon shape in your body. One more breath to come all the way down. Coming back to center. Another inhale to lift up to way in. Exhale, come down, left hips right. Creating that stretch down the right side. So again, working on the alignment, this side is your right hip forward and your left shoulder forward. Squeeze the legs, drop the weight into the heels, lift the chest and chin and start to bring the arms further back. 3 breaths, use your inhale to stretch further over, and your exhale to push the hips away. 2, remember not to collapse into the side of the body. One more breath to come all the way down. Then inhale back to center for our back bend again. Support the lower back if you need. Take a deep breath, then lift up, let the head go. Trace that line across the ceiling as you push your hips forward. If you're holding, supporting the back, point the elbows closer together to get that open the front side. 3 breaths here, use your inhale to lift chest, and your exhale to push hips forward. 2, head is heavy, let it go. One more breath. Inhale up. Bend the knees, walk your hands down leg if you need. Otherwise, lengthen down. Bend the knees as much as you need to have a connection upper body, lower body, chest to knees. And grab under heels, backs of ankles or palms flat on the back of the lower leg. Then let your head be heavy down. Try to touch your forehead to your shin. Elbows up and behind the legs, breathe. Let gravity help you relax the shoulders down your back. 3 breaths. Relax as you exhale. 2. Little stretch your legs, the back of the legs. 1 more breath. Then release the grip, bend knees, walk hands up, legs if you need, otherwise arms and knees together, lengthen all the way up. Arms down. And hands back to chest center. Take a breath here, find stillness. Third set. Inhale to sweep the arms up and bring the gaze forward. Rock the weight of the heels from the belly button in with pelvic floor. Inhale to lift. Then exhale, come down, right hips left. Bring that half moon shape. So you want to get a deeper stretch here. You can pull your left arm with your right hand as you push your hips away. Square hips and shoulders. Bring your arms further back and rock the weight more on the heels. 3 breaths. Use your inhale to lift up and over, and the exhale to push hips. 2. One more breath. Inhale back up. Lift up. Then exhale, come down, left hips right, getting a stretch down the right side. Squeeze legs together, make sure the weight's back in the heels. Draw belly button in, lift pelvic floor, relax shoulders, bring your arms back. And now you can pull the right arm with the left hand. 3 breaths, inhale to lift. Exhale to push hips. 2. One more breath. Inhale back up. Backward bending, have that support if you need. Stretch up, let the head go. Bring your arms back, point to whatever's behind you, look for the floor, lift your chest. Open the front side, squeezing into your kidneys. Just take care not to collapse the lower back, keep the chest lifted. For 3. 2. 1 more breath. Back to center. Bend knees, walk hands down leg if you need. Otherwise, lengthen down. The heavy. Choose your grip under heels, backs of ankles, back of leg. The important thing is to have the body legs together. This will protect your lower back. So if you need to bend the knees quite a bit, do so. Then once you have that connection, let the head be heavy, then gradually start to straighten the legs as you lengthen the body down. Shoulders, there's no hunching. 3 breaths, relax as you exhale. 2. 1. Release the grip, bend knees, either lengthen up or walk the hands back up legs. All the way up to the top, stretch up, arms out and down. Find stillness. We've warmed up your spine, legs and feet now with awkward Utkatasana. 6-inch gap between your feet, so roughly one of your feet's distance. And then just very slightly turn your heels out so the feet are parallel. They don't move. Take a breath. Then stretch your arms forward. So make sure the fingers aren't pointing down or up. Arms are parallel with the floor. Relax shoulders to the belly in. Lift chest. And sit down. So stick your bottom out and lift the chest. Then have a quick look down. Have your heels crept in? If so, bring them out. Have the knees come in. Bring them out. Want that 6-inch gap like we started with. Shoulders down, stretch forward, lift chest. 3. 2, try to sit a little lower. 1 more breath. Then lift your heels as you come up onto your tiptoes, nice and high. Focus one spot ahead of you, draw the belly in, strong arms. Then sit down, keep the heels high as you sit down. Heels up, hips down. Heels up, hips down. Your belly button back to spine, so not taking your bottom out. Eventually, shoulders stay over the hips. There's no leaning forward, but lean forward if you need to. And then start to come back with your body. 3, 2. Heels up, hips low. One more breath. And coming back up. Third part, come into pure toe balance. Squeeze the knees, thighs together. Come off your heels a bit and lower down. Try and keep the shoulders over the hips. Otherwise, bring the hands to the floor, drop your knees down, sit back on your heels. Stretch your arms forward, start to lean back. If you're in pure toe balance, try not to lift the knees and lean forward. You want to do the opposite, drop the knees and squeeze the legs together. Wherever you are, 3 breaths, arms are strong and active. 2, 1. Hands to the floor, lift your knees, drop hips and heels. Heels may or may not reach the ground. Legs in your spine and rest your chin on that little gap between the knees. You can kind of hover around the shins or keep the hands on the floor. So that length to the back of the spine, 3 breaths. 2, 1. Hands to the floor, then push yourselves up to standing. Find your stillness. Ready for second set. About 6-inch step again. Lift the arms up, relax shoulders, active arms coming in. Then sit down. So as you sit down, just at the bottom back, lift the chest. So try to draw the arms down, you can parallel the floor. And if your knees or the heels will come in, bring them out. Keep that 6-inch gap. So 3 breaths here. Let's go. 3. It's slow. Active arms. 2. Draw the belly in. 1 more breath. Then coming back up. Second part, stand up on your tiptoes nice and high. Focus one spot ahead of you. Arms stay parallel with the floor, heels stay high as you sit down. Heels up, hips down. Heels up, hips down. Heels up, hips down. If you need to lean forward, that's okay. Once the thighs are down, start seeing the upper body back. 3. The heels lifted. 2. 1. Stretch the arches, strengthening the arches in your feet. Coming back up. Third part, pure toe balance, squeeze knees, thighs together. Just come off your heels a little bit and slowly lower down. Otherwise, feet together, hands, knees to ground. Sit back on your heels. Squeeze the legs together, stretch your arms forward. Your gaze forward and slightly down, and lean back. Wherever you are, legs squeezing together, arms strong, active. 3, 2, 1. Hands to the floor. Drop hips, lift knees, lengthen spine. Either hugging shins or hands on the floor. Chin rests on that little gap between the knees. You're working to get the heels to the ground. They don't reach, no worries. Just relax here for 3 breaths. We'll stretch the back of the spine. 1 more breath. Hands to the floor. Push yourselves all the way back up. Find stillness. Our final warm-up posture is eagles, great for the joints, our circulation. Feet together. Take a breath. Inhale to sweep the arms wide. Then bring your left arm under your right arm, cross the elbows and at the wrists. If that's not working, you can put the finger around the thumb. If you're still not quite there, you can grab the shoulders. Find the grip that works for you and lift the left leg high. bend into the right knee. Then the left leg comes up and over. So you've got the options. You can rest the toes on the floor, have the foot close to the calf. Eventually you're going to get the foot flipped around. If it is there, slide it down. Bring the weight of the heel, and just bring your left hip back so hips are square at the top of the mat. For 3, lift the chest, sit lower. 2, squeeze your arms together, squeeze your legs together. 1 more breath. Change, coming out, arms wide, leg up, and back to starting point. Take a breath here. Other side. Sweep the arms wide. As you exhale, bring right arm under left, choosing whichever grip works for you, but working towards palms together. Lift the right leg high and bend into your left knee, balance here. And the leg comes up and over, so again you can rest the toes on the floor. Then work the foot a little closer, and eventually hooks all the way around. If it's there, slide the toes down. Wherever you are, get the weight in the heel to protect your knees, and lift the chest, bringing your right hip back. 3 breaths, sit deeper. 2, squeeze the legs close together. Try to get the knees squeezed closer. 1 more breath. Then release, bring your arms wide, leg up, back down, and take a breath. Second set. Sweep the arms wide. Then bring left arm under right, cross twist wrap. Lift the left leg high and bend into the right knee. Then lift up and over, cross twist wrap. So you want to line up your fingertips, elbows, knees and foot. So you're going to bring your knees left, up body right. Weight in the heel for 3. 2, squeeze your arms together, squeeze your legs as much as you can. 1 more breath. Change, coming up, arms wide, leg high, bring it back down. Last one. Sweep the arms wide. Bring your right arm under the left, cross twist strap, choose your grip, and lift the right leg high as you bend into left knee. The leg comes up and over. Sit low, lift chest. So we're opening all the joints in the body, we're improving our circulation. For 3, to get those benefits, sit low and squeeze tight. 2, more weight in the heel to protect the knees. 1 more breath, lift the chest, elbows down, squeeze. Change, coming up. And have some water. That's all my posture's done. Of course, have water whenever you need. We'll come into breath with a retention. So either kneeling, sitting or staying standing. We'll take 3 breaths. The first 2 have a nice controlled breath, and the third one, you can feel the lungs. Once you feel them, tucking chin, lifting pelvic floor, and hold it. Not a count of 5 or so. As long as you can. Let go when you need. And then have a big exhale to let it go. Let's do the first 2, let's go. So empty your lungs, and start to inhale, nice and slowly with control. As you inhale, fill all the way up, then hold for just 1 second. Then exhale slowly with control, let the air come out, and just use your tummy muscles to squeeze the last bit out. Second one, start to inhale slowly with control. All the way up, keep inhaling, then hold at the top for 1 second. Then exhale. Keep exhaling, and just squeeze that last bit out. Don't want to hold for longer. Inhale, feel the belly expand, the rib cage, your chest, your lungs, all the way up, tuck the chin, lift pelvic floor, draw belly button back to spine, and hold here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then let it all go. Okay guys, balancing postures now. 3 head to knee. Bring your hands to chest center. Interlace your fingers and lift your right leg up. Hold just below the knee. Then try to lean back, keep your shoulders over hips. Use your inhale to lift the knee up, and your exhale to draw the knee close towards you. This may be enough for you. If so, stay here and work on drawing the knee in and up. Next stage is to put your hands down your leg, keeping the gaze forward and down. Hold underneath the foot. Once the balance here, lift the right leg up and away from you until it's parallel with the floor. Keep the legs straight and the body weight forward. Once you balance here, bend your elbows down. Oops. And then lengthen your body across your leg. You're touching your forehead towards your shin. Wherever you are, hold 3, 2, 1. Then coming up, and a little hug of the knee to the chest on the way out, and then drop the right leg down. Take a breath, other side. Interlace the fingers, lift the left leg up, and holding just below the knee. So use your inhale to lift the leg up, and the exhale to draw it in. So again, take care, you're not leaning back, you're not rounding forward, shoulders over hips. Stay here if this feels good enough for you. Otherwise, walk your hands down and hold underneath the foot, keeping the gaze forward and down. Once you're balancing here with the grip of the foot, then lift the left leg up and away from you, parallel with the floor. Straighten the legs. Breathe. Next stage, bend your elbows down. Hug the calf muscles, then lengthen your body across your legs, move chin to shin, and hold wherever you are. 3, 2, 1. Then coming up, have a hug knee to chest, and drop the leg down. Take a breath. Second set, I'm going to stay in the first stage, but I'll talk you through the other stages. Hands to chest center, breathe. Interlace your fingers and lift your right leg up, holding just below the knee. Use your inhale to lift the knee up, and your exhale to draw the knee in. You're using your bicep strength. This is good enough for you today, stay here. You're going to go further, walk the hands down the leg to hold underneath your foot. Then kick the right leg away from you, parallel to the floor. Gaze forward and down, shift body weight forward. Once you're balancing here, then bend the elbows down. Elbows hover around the calf. Then lengthen your body across your leg. And get your chin towards your shin wherever you are. 3, 2, 1. If you're kicking, lift the body up, bend the knee, and everyone drop the leg down. Take a breath. Last one. Interlace your fingers, lift the left leg up, holding just below the knee. Draw the knee in, up and in. Bicep strength. Ground down through the right foot. Notice if you're grabbing the mat with the toes, relax the toes. Walk the hands down the leg to hold underneath the foot. Get the great front balance. Lift the left leg up, parallel to the floor. Shift the body weight forward, arms straight. Take a breath. Then bend the elbows down. I want your elbows come around the calf. Lengthen your body across your leg, keep your chin to shin. If you're staying in this first stage, work on drawing the leg up and in. Wherever you are, hold 3, 2, 1. If you're kicking, come back up, bend the knee, and then release the left leg down. It's quite nice to little back bend after that one, lift the chest, and come back up to standing. Ready for lovely standing bow. If you're not sure of the grip, watch what I'm doing. Feet together, right hand out, palm up. So drop the hands, so shoulders back, inner arms facing out, and grab around the ankle bone. If that's uncomfortable, you can grab the outside, you can try and grab the inside, but just be careful not to bring the shoulder down and turn the wrist. So the palm is up and just straighten the arm. Bring the knees together. Left arm stretches up. So before we move the body, you're going to square your hips to the top of the mat and squeeze your legs together. We have a back bend to start. First, kick the right knee back, get the hip going, and then start to bring your body down. Take a couple of breaths to come to that place where you can balance here, where your breath is calm, where you have one spot to focus on. We're going to move into our 3 breaths to come deeper. Let's go 3. Stretch and kick. 2. Imagine your toes coming over your head. 1 more breath. Don't let the arm drop down. Keep the fingertips level with the eyebrows. Kick. Stretch. And then kick to come up. Arms down. Breathe. Other side. Left hand out, palm up. Drop the hand, shoulder is back. And grab your foot from the inside around the ankle bone. From the outside, remember, no turning the shoulders forward. Shoulders going back. Knees together, waistband level. Right arm stretches up. Let the left knee down. So remember to get the kick going first. That will help your back bend. Stretch up. And gently start to keep the left knee back. Keep the chest lifted. And then start to bring the body down. Taking our first couple of breaths to find some balance. Our breath is calm. So watch the right fingertips dropping down. You want to be pointing to at least the level of your eyebrows a little higher. 3 breaths now. Stretch and kick. 2. Eyebrows level. Toes over the center of your head. 1 more breath. Kick. Stretch. And then come up. Release. Feet back together. Breathe. So you may notice your heart rate's gone up a little bit. That's absolutely normal. Just come back to your breath to calm it down. Second set. Right hand out, palm up. Drop the arm down. And pick up your right foot from the inside around the ankle bone. So some of you may be near the top of the foot, some by the shin. But roughly ankle bones and starting point. Bring your knees together and stretch your left arm up. So rather than just tilting, we're kicking. So try to bring the body down in any rush. Get the kick going. And then you can start to bring the body down. Remember, it's our first couple of breaths to find that comfort zone. Where you have the balance, where your breath is calm, you can hold it. Let's try and go a little bit deeper now. Breathe, stretch, and kick. 2, keep the left arm high as the body comes down. 1 more breath, stretch forward, kick up. And kick to come up. Release the leg, arm down, breathe. Last one. Left hand out, palm up, reach back, grab around the inside of the ankle bone. The outside you can't quite reach, and bring the knees together. Point the left toes. Right arm stretch up, already a bit of a back bend. So remember, get the kick going. Get the kick going, get the kick going. And then start to bring the body down, taking the first couple of breaths to find the comfort zone. Calm breath. To find your focus, to find your balance. Then let's go 3. Stretch and kick. Shoulder towards the chin. 2. Keep the right arm high, at least level the eyebrows or higher. 1 more breath, toes come over the head. And kick to come up. Release the arm and leg. And breathe. Step the back of your mat now. For balancing stick our T posture. It's all about keeping that length. Fingertips to your toes, nice straight line. Feet together, hands to chest, center, take a breath here. Inhale, arms over your head, gaze up. Bring the gaze forward. So either palms together or pistol grip. The pistol grip is a little bit easier on the shoulders. Chin up. Step your right leg forward. You want to point, even hover the left toes behind you. Get the length, and then come down. So pivot on the hips, keeping that straight line, fingertips and toes. So you may stop here, eventually get down parallel to the floor, but just watch the kind of collapsing. If you start to do that, you're better off staying more upright and arms and ears together. Drop your left hip down, 3 breaths, fingertips 2, arms and ears together, chin away from your chest. 1 more breath, feel that leg. And stepping back, keep the arms up there, chin up, other side. Left leg forward, point the right toes behind you in the chest. And then come down, body down, leg up. You're aiming to get everything parallel to the floor. Drop your right hip down, the raised leg. Once to lift, drop it down. And if you notice your arms come away from the ears, come back upright. Have the arms and ears together. Feel this in the shoulders, breathe. Fingertips and toes stretching. 2, chin away from your chest. 1 more breath. And then coming back up. Arms down. Breathe. This one definitely speeds up the heart rate, so always come back to your breath. Second set, moving on into standing splits. If your leg is up high enough, parallel to the floor. And if your leg's still not quite up there, work on a second set of T posture. Inhale to sweep the arms up, gaze up, look forward. Get the legs. Then the right leg steps forward, point the left toes behind you and come down. So we're all going to hold the T for breath. Either stay here, or bring your hands to the floor, lift the left leg high. This may be enough, stay here. Next stage, walk your hands back towards the leg. And eventually right hand comes back to the ankle, you lengthen the body down. 3 breaths. If you're in the T posture, keep the arms up the ears and drop the left hip down. 2, balancing stick. Try and get the body and the leg close together. 1 more breath. Then inhale to come all the way back up. Stretch up. Look forward, other side. Get the legs. Then the left leg forward, point right toes forward. And come down, body down, leg up into our T. And you can either stay here, or bring your hands to the floor, lift the right leg high. This may be enough. Next stage, walk your hands back towards your left foot, and eventually left hand wraps around the ankle. 3 breaths. Bring the standing splits, and get your forehead towards your shin. 2. If you're in T posture, stretch fingertips forward, toes back. Wherever you are, take 1 more breath. And then coming all the way back up. Arms down. And breathe. Have some water if you need. And we're going to turn to be on the long edge of our mat. Back on 2 legs. Standing separate leg stretching, a wide-legged forward fold. Step your feet roughly 3 to 4 foot wide. We've all got different steps. If you've got longer legs, you need a wider step. Make sure that the heels are in one line and your feet are either parallel or very slightly pigeon-toed. Bring your hands to chest center. Throughout this posture, keep the legs straight, the belly in, and also your chest is straight as fine. Inhale to bring the arms out wide, gaze up. As you exhale, fold forward. If you look forward, that's going to help keep the spine straight, coming all the way down. You grab underneath the heels, round the back to the ankles, and have your palms flat. If that's unavailable, place your hands on the floor. Wherever you are with the hands, straighten the legs and roll the weight forward. You'll lengthen the body down. So a lot of us tend to bring the hips back. You want to roll forward so the hips are over the heels. And let gravity hand. Then notice if you're rounding to the upper back, lengthen. So think of leading with your chest. One day the hairline will touch the ground. 3 breaths here, exhale to relax. 2. As your forehead, your legs touch it, bring the feet close together. 1 more breath here. And release the grip. As you
to inhale, arms wide, and very slowly come back up.
Bring your hands back to chest center. Now in our second set, but just noticing if your forehead or your head reaches the floor, bring the feet in closer. If there was quite a big gap, then you can try a wider step. And our second set, the option to interlace our hands behind us, or have the same arms out the side. So make sure the feet line up, you've got the right distance, and the feet are parallel or slightly turned in, hands to chest center. Inhale, sit the arms wide, or round behind you, interlace fingers, lift chest. As you exhale, come forward. So you've got the interlaced fingers. As your body comes down, your arms come away from you towards the floor beyond your head. Again, try not to round to lengthen and roll the weight forwards. Let the body be heavy, gravity will help. 3 breaths here to straighten the backs of your legs with your hands to it. 2. If you have sciatica, this is going to help. 1 more breath. And inhale to come all the way back up. Hands to chest center. You can keep the feet apart or set them back if you need. Next posture with triangle and side angle. So for most of us, this will be a slightly bigger step. Step with 4 foot, wide if you have long legs. Again, you want the heels in one line. Bring your hands to chest center. Take a breath here. Inhale to sweep the arms up, and bring them down parallel with the floor. Turn the right foot out, so it's parallel the long edge of the mat, the left foot slightly pigeon-toed, and bend your right knee. So if you haven't got mirrors, have a look at your front knee. If you find that the knee is way overshooting the heel, it's over the toes, take a bigger step. You want to protect through this knee. You want the knee over the heel of the ankle. Put the belly in, ground down to the left foot, moving your arms. So first stage, elbow on the knee, there's not much weight there, and stretch the left arm up. Notice if you're hunching, shoulders away from the ear. If this is okay for you, you can straighten the right arm, so fingertips reach down towards the big toe, but you're not resting any weight on the floor, they're hovering above the toe. And everyone, wherever you are, look up towards your left thumb. Tuck the lower ribs in, make the ribs close the ribs, belly button to spine to lengthen lower back. 3 breaths. Hips low, reaching up. 2. Ground down to the edge of the left foot, draw belly button back to spine, so you can close the lower ribs. 1 more breath. Then inhale up. Bring your arms down and turning the left foot out to the right foot in a bit. Notice if the heels are crept in or they're out in one line. Adjust if you need. And bend the left knee. So again, make sure your step is big enough so the knee is over the heel, the thigh parallel to the floor. If the step's too small, just put pressure on this knee. You want the big step. Then move your arms. First stage is elbow to knee. Again, there's no weight there. You're just resting it there. You're not collapsing onto it. Right arm stretches up, chin to shoulder. Tuck the lower ribs in and ground down to the right foot. If you want to go a little bit further, you straighten the left arm. The fingertips just hover above the big toe. You're not putting any weight on the floor. You want this big triangle air between your thigh, your chest, and your arm. 3 breaths here because your inhale to stretch up and your exhale to ground down. Notice if the right shoulder's hunching up, relax it down. 2. 1 more breath. Belly in, stretch up, then coming all the way back up. Arms down, hands to chest center. You bring the feet together or keep them wide. Side angle, similar arms, or still the same legs. This time the upper arm stretches over, you bring the lower arm behind the foot. Breathing in, sweep the arms up, and bring the arms back down, parallel to the floor. Turn the right foot out. Same step as the last one as you bend into the knee. But we're all going to start with elbow to knee. The left arm now comes over. So you don't want to rest the arm on your ear, but it's just above it. Palm is down. If you want to
to move the right arm to the floor behind the right foot, do so. Again, you tuck the lower ribs in, ground down the edge of the left foot. Looking up. 3 breaths here. 3. Stretch fingertips to heel. 2. Lengthen to lower back by drawing belly button back towards the spine. 1 more breath. Then inhale up. Bring the arms down parallel with the floor as you swap the feet around. Bum up the heels, make sure you've got big enough to step. And bend into left knee. Elbow to knee, right arm stretches over. Again, it's not resting on the head, just above it, palm is down. This is, stay here, this is enough for you, otherwise left hand on the floor behind the foot. It can be flat, you can do on the fingertips, just depends on the length of your arm. Tuck the lower ribs in, tuck lengthen lower back, gaze up. Lengthen right fingertips through the hip down to your right heel. 3. 2. Belly button in, lengthen through lower back. 1 more breath. Then coming all the way back up. Hands back to chest center. We now want to slide it to smaller steps, so it's about a 3-foot step. Ready for revolved triangle. Hands to chest center. Take a breath. Inhale to sweep the arms up. Keep the arms up there to bring the gaze forward, palms together. Then pivot to your right, so you're facing the short edge of your mat. And square the hips, we'll bring the left hip forward. Then keep both arms up there, or place your right hand on the lower back. Inhale to lengthen the upper body. Then exhale, fold forward. Bring your left fingertips. You're aiming for the outside of the right little toe, with the fingertips or palm flat, but you try and keep your upper body parallel to the floor. If you can't quite reach there, place your hand on your foot or even your shin. So you find you're kind of collapsing down, lift the body up. Excuse me, inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist, and eventually right arm reaches up towards the ceiling. Squeeze your inner thighs towards each other, 3 breaths. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. 2. Active in the thighs. 1 more breath. And drop the right hand down to meet the left. Palms together. And inhale to lengthen all the way back up to the top. Turn all the way to face the opposite end of the mat. Adjust the feet if you need for your hips to square. Either keeping both arms up or placing left hand on lower back mid chest. As you exhale, fold forward. So again, you don't want to drop all the way down. You want to keep the upper body parallel to the floor. Fingertips or hands flat on the floor outside the foot, otherwise on the foot or shin. Squeeze your inner thighs towards each other. And just make sure you're not grabbing your mat with your toes, which a lot of us do. Inhale to lengthen the body, then exhale to twist left. And once you have the twist, you can stretch the left arm up. 3 breaths, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist, squeeze the legs together. 2. Look up. 1 more breath. Then drop the left hand down to reach the right, and then inhale all the way back up. Quarter turn. And hands back to chest center. Moving into reverse prayer pyramid. So with the arms, you can either bring your hands behind you in reverse prayer, or you can grab your elbows, whichever grip works for you. Then choose your grip. And have your feet again to the same distance as the last one, about 3 foot. Turn to your right. So in this one, we want a slight gap between the feet, so we're not on a tightrope. And square the hips on the mat with the chest. You can bend the front knee as much as you need. As you breathe out, lengthen your body down. Let the head be heavy. Notice the toes relaxed. Activate your inner thighs. And breathe. 3 breaths here, one in the front leg will be straight. 2. Square the hips, right hip up and back. Left hip forward and down. One more breath here. As you inhale, lengthen back up to the top. Turn. Face the other edge of the mat. Adjust the feet, square hips. Lift chest. And down we go. So those of you who hands in reverse prayer, try and get the base of your palms together and your hands further up your back towards the shoulder blades. If you've got hold the elbows, bring the elbows further back. Square the hips, working straight the front leg for 3. 2, let the body be heavy, let gravity help you. One more breath. And inhale to lengthen all the way back up. Quarter turn. Release the arms and bring the feet back together. Then come back to face in the front of your mat, ready for fierce pose, chair pose, and tree. Just take a breath here, just calm the heart rate down. Bring the feet together, that's uncomfortable, slightly apart. Lift the chest. Bend your knees and sit down. So sit the bottom back, but do draw belly button back to spine to lengthen through the lower back. Active legs squeeze together. You want to sit the toes so there's not too much pressure on the knee. And sit the arms up. If your shoulders are good, bring the palms together. That's uncomfortable, have them slightly apart. Draw gaze up. Shoulders relaxed, belly in. 3 breaths. Keep squeezing the thighs towards each other. 2, sit hips down a little lower, sit the bottom back, shoulders down, 1 more breath. And then come back up to standing ready for tree. Interlace your fingers and lift the right knee up. Then use your hand to bring the foot in front of the left thigh. If this is uncomfortable, you can place the foot on the inner thigh or the inner calf, but work towards half low, just in front of the thigh. And gently dropping the right knee back and down. So before you do anything with the arms, relax the tailbone and lift out of the waist. Then you can bring your right hand up to center of the chest, and the foot doesn't slip the left hand up. But notice if you bring the left hand up, stick your bottom out, please hold the foot. Every inhale is a subtle lift, and every exhale a grounding down through your foot. 3. 2, belly button back to spine. 1 more breath. And release the right leg. Ready for the left leg. Palms together, interlace fingers, lift the left knee up. And your right hand brings the foot in front of the thigh. Remember, following the inner thigh or inner calf if this is not available. Gently dropping the left knee back and down. And again, notice your bottom sticks out. Draw belly button back to spine to have length and lower back. Left hand up. Foot doesn't sit, right hand up. So throughout this posture, you're grounding down from the hips down. From the waist up, we're lifting up. Focus one spot ahead of you. 3. 2. 1. Then release the leg forward and down. Standing series is done. You can now lie down on your backs. Have some water. So start with wind-driven pose with both legs. Bend your knees towards your chest and grab your elbows over the legs just below the knees. Aim to get elbows and palm the hands. If that's not available, you can grab your forearms your wrists, or even have one hand on each knee. You're going to draw the knees in towards the chest. So if your head has come up to get the grip, get the back of your head back onto the mat, and if that doesn't go down, loosen the grip a bit. Shoulders relaxed, and lower your hips close to the ground as well. Your gaze is towards your knees, so that the chin is tucked. Working to get the knees together and closer down to your chest, whilst at the same time lower your hips to the ground. The feet are just relaxed, they're not flexed, they're not pointed, they're just where they are. 3 breaths here. 2. 1 more. Release the knees and bring the arms and legs down. The next time I sit up, we've got 2 sit-ups. If you have any lower back problems, please either skip the sit-up, you can bend the knees a bit, you can roll over and push yourself up. Otherwise, bring your feet together. Arms over your head. Draw the belly button in, strong belly. Inhale. And then sit up. Reach in for your feet. So into our forward fold. If you need to grab around the big toes or out of the feet, walk your hips back and your legs extend. Let's take your bottom back, right onto your sitting bones. Shuffle back. And with our forward fold, if for any reason you can't reach the feet, have the hands on the floor, that's fine. Have a nice straight spine. Got a hold of the feet, just take care not to round with lengthening. Once the legs are straight, lengthen across the legs, elbows come down, your gaze is forward. Keep shuffling bottom back if that helps. 3 breaths here, lengthen across the legs. 2. 1 more breath. And then come up, ready for boat. Shuffle around on your bottom to find that place where you can balance. We have 3 of these. Hold the back to the knees, lengthen through the spine, and lift the feet off the floor. This may be enough for you. Next stage is to straighten the arms and eventually straighten the legs as well. Arms can go wide or forward. Keep the chest lifted, gaze forward. 3, 2, 1. Then cross the ankles. Try and keep the knees on the floor, knees towards the chest. Bring your hands to the floor and lift yourself up and down. Second one. Straighten arms and legs as much as you can. If you start to hunch, back off, drop the legs down a bit. 3, chest up. 2, 1. Cross the ankles, knees in, hands to the floor, have a little lift. Third one, you have the option to hold the backs of the heels. You can lift the legs up, lengthen the spine, and hold 3, 2, 1. Cross the ankles, have that lift. Have a just a gentle fold forwards before coming to lie on your stomachs for our spine strengthening postures. Starting with cobra pose. If you have any lower back problems, please keep your hands on the floor in cobra. Hands underneath your shoulders close to your chest, elbows in, and feet together. Legs straight, feet stay on the floor. Take a deep breath. Then lift your upper body up, hands up as well. Remember, hands down if you need. Lift the body up, elbows in and down, shoulders come down. Squeeze the legs together. And try and come a little higher. For 3. Strengthen our lower back. 2. 1 more breath, come up. And then gently lower down. Turn your head, take a breath. And second set. Hands close to chest, elbows in, squeeze legs, push your feet down, take a breath. And lift up. So if you're keeping your hands on the ground, have a bit of weight in your hands, but you try and use your back strength to lift up. Elbows in and down, squeeze legs tight together, breathe. 3. Come a little higher. 2. Push your feet into the ground. 1 more breath, come up and gently down. Turn your head, toes touch and your heels fall open. That will release the lower back and breathe. Couple of breaths here. And then super person. Stretch your arms forward. Have your feet hip width apart and your hands shoulder width apart. Give it everything basically. Look up, take a deep breath and lift. Arms, legs, chest, everything up. You want to stretch, fingertips forward, toes back, and breathe. Keep stretching and lifting. 3, 2. 1 more breath, come up, gently down. Turn your head for a breath, let it go. And second set. Stretch your arms forward, point the toes back. Take a deep breath and lift everything up. Fingertips forward, toes back, straighten arms and legs, breathe. Now come a little higher. 3, 2, 1. Gently down. Turn your head, toes touch, and the heels fall over, relax. Strengthening our whole spine now, bend your knees. And grab around. So you can grab around the toes. Kind of like your little finger by the crease of the toes. And point the toes, or grab around your ankles and flex the feet. Thumbs next to the index finger. Relax the shoulders back. It's all about the kick. Take a deep breath and kick your legs up. As you kick, the thighs and chest both lift off the floor. The knees will come up wide apart, bring them in. As you kick, the shoulders come back. Look up. 3. Keep kicking. 2. 1 more breath. Kick. Gently lower down. Take a breath here. Let it go. Second set, bend your knees, reach for the feet. So if you want to do a little challenge, try and keep your knees close together. And walk hip width apart. Let the shoulders go. Take a deep breath and start to kick up. Thighs off the floor, chest off the floor, bring the knees in. And just roll forward to help get the thighs up the toes in the centre from the side. Those who want to rock backwards and forwards do so. You can have a gentle rock. Otherwise, stay with the kick. 3. Kick a little higher. 2. Strengthen the whole spine. 1 more breath. Kick. Gently down. Turn your head, toes touch, heels forward, open round. Push yourselves up for fixed firm pose, reclining hero. Come towards the top of your mat. Kneel down. Separate your feet and sit down in between your heels. Open the knees. For those of you that have not got your bottom on your mat, stay here and you can keep the weight in the hands. If you're sitting down, bring your hands to your feet, dropping elbows down. Let the head go this way where you come. You may want to go deeper then. Head and shoulders on the ground, and eventually arms come over the head, grabbing elbows. Tuck your chin. Keep the knees down. They lift off the floor, come back up. And whilst you're going back, if you want to go a bit further, you can start bringing the knees in closer. 3 breaths here. Feel that stretch in the whole front of the body, particularly the knees and the ankles and hips. 2, 1. Bring your hands to your feet. Use your elbows to push yourself back up. Then come to lying down and sit up into forward fold. Feet together, arms over your head, strong belly. Inhale and sit up into our forward fold. So again, shuffling back on your bottom. Keep the chest lifted. And we're going to start to lengthen forward. So you can stay actively pulling on the feet. You can hold thumbs on the foot, fingers around the edge. Or once you've got the length, you're going to become a bit more passive. Let the body be heavy. Whichever version you choose, have a nice stretch the back of your legs. 3, 2, 1. You're coming back up, ready for half tortoise. Nice relaxing posture, kneel down towards the middle back of your mat. So this time we have our feet together and we sit on our heels. Hands to chest center. Inhale, arms up. Bring the gaze forward. So it's not a back bend. You want to draw the belly button back to lengthen lower back. Keep the hips to heel stretch up. And strong arms, belly muscles, let's go down. Tummy muscles, tummy muscles, tummy muscles. Touch your forehead to your mat. Little fingers down, hips to heels. So before we relax, stretch the fingertips forward as far as you can. Lower the hips to heels, and then let the elbows drop down. Belly is heavy against your legs, your forehead to your mat. If it means the hips on the heels a bit, that's fine. Relax. 3 slow, deep breaths here. 3. 2. 1 more breath. So before we come out, we're going to activate the arms. We'll squeeze the legs together. Lift the elbows off the floor, pull your arms and knees together, hips down. As you inhale, lengthen and lift all the way up, up, up. Arms down. Ready for our spine twist. Bend your left knee on the floor with your left heel by the right hip. Place your right foot over. You want your right heel touching the left knee, so the legs are quite far forward. If it's uncomfortable, keep the lower leg, the left leg straight. Your right hand comes behind you, have it close to the spine. If it's too far back, you'll lean back, you want the spine straight. This big toe, the front big toe stays down. Left arm up, elbow to knee. You can keep the elbow bent or straight in the arm and reach the left knee. Keep the hips level, inhale to lift. As you exhale, twist looking over your right shoulder. There's always the option to bring the right hand round or even come into a bind. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. One more breath this side. Then come back through center. Soften the legs around. So now the right leg is underneath, the heel by your bottom, and the left heel is up by the knee. So you don't want the foot back by the hip, it's forward by the knee, big toe down. Left hand behind you, close to the lower back, right arm up, elbow to knee, and touch the fingers up or straighten the arm. And there's the option to bring the left hand round, go for right, waist. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twisting over the left shoulder. Keep the left knee toe down. 2. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Excuse me, one more breath. Look back, twist. And then come back through center. Ready for our Kapalbhati breathing, our bellows breath. So either sitting cross-legged or kneeling. And this breath is great for your abdominal muscles, it's getting the last few toxins. There's no inhale, we're just exhaling. The inhale comes, takes care of itself. We smack the belly in as we exhale through our mouth, short, sharp breaths. We'll do 15 of these. So always the belly's relaxed, but the spine spine is straight, the chest is, you've got that space in the body. Feel free to close your eyes, otherwise eyes open. Let's go. Now you can lie down in your final savasana. Find a comfortable place for you. Close your eyes and breathe. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly falls. Allow your body to absorb this down. So of course, if you need to go, do so. I'll let you know when you've had a couple of minutes in total. Final space is important to just absorbing everything. Let your body return to normal.